Welcome to the very first basic comprehensive guide to Call of Duty. Now, a lot of people have been asking me this. I haven't seen any real basic guide of Call of Duty on YouTube to help you get better at your gameplay, help you get better, your better scores, just to try to find a way so you can have a somewhat respectable score in the game. You know, a lot of times people will say to me, I always go 9 and 22, or I always go 8 and 22. I can never seem, I don't know, there's nothing on YouTube that shows me exactly how to get those scores. How do I go even? How do I take baby steps? How do I even go positive? And the definition of positive is going, 2/1, something of that nature. Going even is 1-1, and just so that you're better at the game. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, is because a lot of people, there's tips and tricks videos on YouTube. There's weapon information, but there's no real videos on YouTube that show you the basic winning by the margins, from baby steps all the way to advanced moves. This is going to be a very long series. It probably take months to complete, and I'll try to create its own key, its own leisure, and we can go from there. The reason why you're on this game, probably because you're playing it, is that the majority of people that are on the consoles or in the market today are playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty is the most well-known title. All your friends are playing it, and you just want to be somewhat competitive, just so you can socialize with your friends, and maybe that's just your reason. Okay, so you've made it this far. Our very first introductory video into how to be a better Call of Duty player, literally winning by the margins, starting from basic baby moves to helping your game get more kills, situational awareness, basic information, equipment, all the way from the chair you sit into to advanced moves in the gameplay. It's going to be covered here, so stay tuned, enjoy the ride. I'm glad you're here, so let's get started. What we're going to cover in this video is which system you're going to buy the game for, what type of TV you're going to use. Are you going to use a monitor? What type of chair that you sit in, how close to the TV you should be, how many millisecond response time you should have in your monitor or your television. Should you use a wired or wireless controller? We're going to cover the very essential basics right from the beginning. So going back to the very first thing is, you have to have the game to get started. So which system would you buy this game for? Now, if you live, and this is area, whatever your area live in, this is basically, will best suit your needs. So for example, if you live in the United States and you want to play this game, the best advice that I can give you is to buy this for the Xbox. If you live in Europe, buy it on the PS3. If you live in England, it's a 50-50. You could buy this on the Xbox and you could buy this on the PS3. Now the information that I can give you will cross over to any platform, but you have to realize the information I'm giving you is based on the area that I live in, and for the best results, follow these steps. And I'll explain to you later on down the road, as we get into advanced gameplay and advanced reasons as to why certain places are better for the game and your confidence and your situation for the gameplay. Now, if you live in the United States, you want to buy it for the Xbox because you are going to get the most competition, and you're going to have the most repetition and the most people playing online for that system. And also the overwhelming reason is the fact that Microsoft and Activision have an exclusive deal on Xbox. So it just seems to me that this runs a lot better on the Xbox than it does on any other system, let alone where you live at. So once we get that out of the way and we settle what system we're going to buy this game for. Now, remind you, it could be any system. You can follow along. This can help you out regardless. There might be some minimal changes. I will discuss those because, as you do know, I have the PS3, the Xbox, the Wii, and the PS3s in the PC, so I can explain it to you any which way that, if you have questions, please leave them in the comments. We'll cover it from there. So going to the next step, what's very important that a lot of people miss is, their setup. Your television, your modem, your router, your chair, your controller, all the accessories that go into playing the game so that you can have a good game. That's the most important thing that no one ever talks about, no other commentator ever really covers. So let's start with the very first accessory that you're going to need to play this game. You have to understand Call of Duty has evolved over 9 generations, so they make a game every year, which covers 5 years, so that's about 2 games almost every year, 2 Call of Duty, so you're looking at almost 9 generations of game. So you're looking at a high turnover where people learn really fast, and adapt to the game, and the game really changes as far as accessories are concerned. Now, the very first thing we're going to talk about